I was genuinely 50-50 that Facebook would take us down after a week, but here we go. Cooked Punts, Ep 2 with my man Becca. How you doing?
Hello, mate. How are you?
Excellent. Matt, who for some reason is dressed up like a member of the Mexican drug cartel. That's fine. How you doing?
Hello, happy St. Patrick's Day, motherfucker.
You are a good-looking rooster, aren't you? Scotty, what's going on?
Not much.
There's a lot to dive through tonight. Dobbo's going to jump on at about 20 past 8 with us. We're going to get through our locks of the week, our fully cooked punts of the week. You definitely shouldn't jump on. By the way, really quick, if you haven't watched this show before, if you didn't catch us last week and you're jumping on now thinking, fuck yes, like all experts in the world of tipping, my mortgage is cooked. They're about to take my car away. This is how I win the money back. This is not how you win the money back. We stink. And we're really bad at gambling. We just really like it a lot. I want to go through our locks of the week soon. I want to lead with this. So last week, we did our locks of the week. By the way, no one won any fucking money last week. I think I got the closest.
Zero.
I had the Dragons and the multi. We did have a horse behind the scenes, which is really bad from us. We should be telling you when we have tips of horses. We just didn't expect it to actually win. By the way, hello, Justin. But I want to go to Scott, who is our resident MMA person, because this is one of the best things I've ever seen. So this is UFC on the weekend. Do you want to talk us through it, Scotty?
Yeah, so I don't know how this happened. Usually at the best of a fight card, you might get one voided fight, if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Particularly the weekend coming up after last weekend, PDR decided to illegally knee Aljamain Sterling. So instead, this week, they fed up a juicy knee to the face of Darren Stewart, so that one got voided. Ben Rothwell never made it to the fight at all, so that one got voided after the weigh-in.
No, what happened to him?
What happened there?
Some undisclosed injury.
Oh, fuck.
So some undisclosed injury. So I turned on in the morning and he fucking wasn't on the card. So I was like, well, one down, 3 to go. Then it came up to Gavin Tucker and I was like, all right, we're on here, boys. Anyway, he gets absolutely starched in the first 2 minutes of the fight. So probably one of the knockouts of the year.
If they were all voided, you would have got your money back, but
that's what I was saying. So it's painful. And then Leon Edwards decided to poke the man in the eye. So we got a illegal knee, an injury, a knockout, and an eye poke.
How good
that in our first week, by the way, I reckon that might almost be the most cooked punt of the year. That's fucked.
Really set the tone for
it. That is very hard.
Way to open the round, mate. Scott the Void Micklejohn.
This is sent through
John.
sent through from Chucky, and this is everything we're about. By the way, this is who we are as punters. This is who we are as people. Chucky, unfortunately, looks like he might be a West Tigers fan. Not only did he jump on the Tigers to win, he also thought that Luke Brooks would do anything in a game of football and had him to score a try. Dane Laurie, I kind of get in his first game at fullback. James Roberts, yeah. I like Puppy to score, but all of that together is one of the worst bets I've ever seen in my life. But I can see here he put $1 on it, so I think he might be doing okay afterwards.
Luke Brooks had a terrible game. I only watched.
I
saw enough.
I'm not in the world of player bashing because I like if this thing builds to anything, and it might just fizzle, and the 3 people that watch it over the next year might say fuck this and it'll die on the ass. But if we can build it, and by the way, if you end up enjoying this, please be a friend, tell a friend about it. But if this builds to something, I'd like to have access to more players as we go. So I don't want to be a platform that sits on there and bashes players because that's not what I'm about as a person. But fuck, on the weekend that dude stank. Almost as bad as PJ Laidlaw.
He doesn't stink. He doesn't stink. His
Brooks
stank. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, as a human being, he's probably really good.
I
don't know him.
Jesus.
Yeah. That was a tough game to watch, man. That was boring, eh?
It was rough. Yeah. It was rough as nuts. It was worse than this shit.
Raiders are usually way more exciting.
We probably got more viewers in that game had at halftime, surely.
Not by the look at the current stats, no. A conversation on Bloke in a Bar, who, by the way, is doing online content better than anyone else in the world of rugby league at the moment. Former NRL player Devin Kemp put this up. Brett Morris scored another hat-trick on the weekend for Rooters. He's incredible. But is he the most consistent winger of all time? And I preface by saying this post went on to say of the NRL era, so you don't need to dig back through time. But is Brett Morris the greatest winger, the most consistent winger, I should say, of the NRL era?
Greatest? No. Most consistent? I'd definitely say he's up there. Becca, I see you shaking your head. You're going to tell me something about Wendell Sailor or someone from the Cowboys or something. Come on, let's hear it.
You can't be picking a bloke. We can't be picking a bloke who's gone to rugby, obviously, because the word we're looking for is consistent. I don't really have an answer for you. I don't think it's Brett Morris, though. I'm going to be that guy.
Jesus Christ.
Who's you put next to Brett Morris? His brother, Josh. Oh, Brett Tate. Come on.
What about Matty Singh? Chuck in Matty Singh in there. He had a pretty consistent.
Okay, all you blokes do is pick Cowboys, so you're missing the point of this whole thing,
he played for the Roosters.
Well, I thought his back end of the career is at the Cowboys. Around the time Shannon Hegarty made a performance there.
Yeah, his real career.
I got two people I can't go past, and this is no bias. You know, I'm a Newcastle Knights tragic. I did not include Adam McDougall in here, but I really wanted to. First up, I mean, consistency has him.
Yeah, that's true.
Has him, El Masri.
He had his kicking.
No, he was known for his goal kicking, mate. I don't even know where he played on the field. He just kicked goals. That's it. He's not even in the question.
Did he even play?
Dude, he
just came off the bench like they do in NFL. They just come in to convert the goals. That's it.
Big Willow surely has. This is actually a great one. MD Cornish, Big Semi Radradra, and you look at anyone that's played with the Eels during that time or against Semi. Said in the short time he was playing league, fuck off, Willow. In the short time he was playing league, he was the hardest winger to play against and the most skillful. And now, I mean, I don't know much about Union. Some of you blokes do. They reckon he's one of the best Union players in the world.
Yeah,
I'll go fuck myself there. The other one, and some people don't like this because some people don't like this guy. He's not even playing in the NRL right now. But from what I saw of him, and normally he was playing on teams that I didn't support, so it scared the shit out of me. I can't go past for my numero uno, and he was consistent. He always played so well. I know he moved into the centres, but, I mean, Israel Folau.
Oh, yeah. I'll back that.
Israel Folau, I mean, kicked the ball to him. The dude scored a try. Poor old Anthony Quinn. So excited playing Origin. Who am I matching up against? Oh, fuck me, it's Folau. He had no hope. I think there's a try at the back end here that reminds me a bit of him as that coach from the Broncos. I reckon he's got a bit of Folau in him.
Oh, 100%. That's probably who he shaped his game off, right? Look at that. Good legs on him.
Leave your little comments on the Facebook shit or whatever on YouTube. Let us know. But those would be the two. I think Ryan said on there James McManus for consistency, but Ryan's a Newcastle fan. So, I mean, while we're here, Brian Carney, Tamana Tahu, Darren Albert. What else we got? Second thing I wanted to go into before I get into our locks of the week, we won't cover sport well in terms of we don't know what the fuck's going on. We watch the games, we enjoy them. We're not experts. Dobbo is. He's on in about 10 minutes. By the way, he tipped South last week, told us they're going to win the comp. I want to grill him about that. But the most disgraceful thing I saw all weekend was not the fact that, BJ Lua couldn't get his head back into the game straight after his brother was slapped in the cheek by Hudson Young against Canberra on the weekend. It was the Parramatta training jerseys that somehow made it onto the field against the Broncos. Yes, it was a great comeback. Fergo was outstanding, as is his shape of his nose. But those are some of the worst jerseys I think I've ever had to witness on a sporting field.
It looks like they're wearing the kits that they do when they're reserves or the 12th man at cricket when he runs the drinks out. It looks like they've all got those bloody or netball bibs or something on. There's
two other jerseys I want to run through, and I reckon you'd be able to pick them if you think about it properly, that I think would fall under some of the worst that we've ever seen. And fuck off. The Badgers kit is amazing. We'll find a photo of that for next week.
Sure.
Broncos, I don't even know. This is early 2000s, I want to say.
Is that
I think this is their away kit from the early 2000s. I mean, we love Gordy, right? And he's getting better looking with age. But what the fuck is that?
Anything worse than that is our hairline, I reckon. That's rough.
I bet you got a challenge already. What's in the vending machine, brother?
Sorry, I'm coming to you from work tonight.
Luke says, as an Eels fan, I agree, mate. Those kits are just awful. But the worst jersey of all time, again, no bias coming from me, which is why you're going to get it. Even the player that's wearing this jersey, you can tell, is like, get me the fuck out of here. I'm embarrassed to be here. The mining jerseys. Nice. And I get it. Hey, that's such an important part of the region. Blah, blah, blah. It's for a good cause. I don't care. They are the worst sporting kits, bar none.
And they still
looks like
it.
a soccer jersey,
They just locked them in. I was on their Facebook the other day. It said, voice of mining week's back. Oh, fuck. Because normally we get about 3 ACLs that round, a couple of syndesmosis injuries. We normally lose by 40, and we do it wearing that.
I love we didn't have to go back a couple of decades to find that one. It's
the fact that it is happening now makes it even more embarrassing, like burning on.
They must pay a fair bit of money for that jersey, I reckon. Must be a bit of cash behind that one.
Unbelievable. All right, we might take a short break. We're going to come back with our locks of the week in a second. Dobbo's not far away as well. Let's do this. All right, locks of the week. We'll dive into in a second. I can see Dobbo's backstage. So, Dobbo, if you need to go now, give me a thumbs up. Or if you're having a great time backstage watching maths, you want to go now. All right, let's go in. Our man on the ground, the only expert on this show. None of us know a fucking thing except for our man, Dobbo, part of the Channel 9 team, of course, Triple M as well. He's got someone in his house doing it, which is great. He can do the hard work for us. How are you, legend?
Yeah, I'm good. Happy to be with you boys on another week, round 2 of the Telstra Premiership, and I'll be very fascinated to see our locks this week because you boys got a lot wrong last week.
Hey, why don't you do it with us?
Yourself, mate.
Are you allowed to check gambling, or is that not okay?
Well, I can have a quick look, yeah. Go.
Let's go, boys. All right, let me set this up in a way we can all see. Or someone's died in the background. Sorry, Becca, we've killed you. We'll kill you for a bit. All right, let's go to my lock of the week first up. We'll get into our roughies later. By the way, I want to preface by saying the lock of the week means that you'll probably still lose, but there's less of a chance than the fully cooked roughie, which will come up in about 20 minutes. But try scorers first, and feel free to shit on this at any stage, anyone. Will Pappy at $2.30 after the way he was playing in support on the weekend against the Rabbits, who, by the way, Dobbo, you told us we're going to walk it in last Thursday.
Did I say that?
I think that's what you might have said to us.
Well, I probably should have prefaced it that once Wayne Bennett called me in the team bus and talked about his cattle prices from the Stanthorpe cattle sale, my opinion changed very quickly because I thought, Wayne ain't focused. If he ain't focused, the team ain't focused. So, Rabbits fans, I'm sorry. You can blame the Stanthorpe Wiener sale for that performance last week.
Pappy score against the Eels, who were pretty brittle in defence in the first half against the Broncos and turned it on in the world's worst jerseys. Jerome Luai, the only reason I did that is because him and Whiten were the highest scoring number 6s in the competition last year, which took me a very quick Google to find out. Also, he's got a great haircut. A wonderful haircut, and he's a really cool guy. So at $3.48, those are the main parts of reasoning behind that. Who else we got? Cody Walker to score against Manly, who were just putrid last week. He'll probably score 6 tries. Manly to win. Brett Morris to score against the for the Roosters against the Tigers. Roosters to win, and Canberra head-to-head against the Sharks. Pull that apart where you will.
No, you've missed the greatest lock of the week.
Go.
The greatest lock of the week is the North Queensland Cowboys will do an absolute number on the St. George Illawarra Dragons.
Even with Corey Norman
mate, have you guys been under a rock? Jason Tamalolo, outed by his coach. You don't think he's not going to run for 200 metres and make 40 tackles and score 2 tries and then give the up yours to Todd Payton from the field? This is an absolute lock at home. Put everything you in, chips in, the Cowboys to win easily.
You're getting sledged on our stream already. He's in the Ipswich mansion. He'll give us a tour one day.
No,
we're getting into the rest of our lock signing because I don't want to take up too much of your time, brother. But last week you did tell us that South Sydney were your lock to win the Premiership. You said shut the Premiership gate. Did you see enough in the second half against the Storm to think that that's fair and justified?
Oh, yes, but I will say this to everybody. There is 6 teams and then daylight, and that was very clear. And we now know that, you know, I took a lot away from Canberra as well. Canberra had their attack was putrid in the first half, and they still look like they did it. The big forward teams with the big forwards, they to me look like, you know, Melbourne, Penrith, the old faithful Canberra, Parramatta, Souths. You know, they just keep on rolling on. You know, I'm forgetting another team there. I don't know. Roosters and the Roosters.
A bit rough drop on the man source. Wayne dropping.
I asked Wayne about that. I said, Wayne, why'd you drop him? He goes, he knows why. He said, you know,
as long as he doesn't.
Jackson he played well for him last year. He said, I've got to give him a chance. He said, I mean, Mansour, he got dropped, and rightly so. And I mean, he's got a chance to come back. He said, Wayne's exact words were, well, I gave him a start there because of what he's done in the past, but he didn't deliver. I mean, he didn't deliver. Jai Arrow comes on after 20 minutes and gets man of the match for South Sydney. He wants to wear the jersey. Benji Marshall comes on as an interchange, could have been their best. Like, I mean, these two blokes tried to show these other guys who had the jerseys, who were in the starting 13, what to do. So, I mean, expect a better performance. They've got Manly, so I mean, you know, you would think that could be a lock as well if you guys really wanted to drill down. But but they've had some very big Titanic tussles, Manly, in that. The one team that won't win are the Dogs, and that's unfortunately, I hate to say it, that they are. Please, you know,
I think Newcastle are just that good. I think Newcastle are just that good. That's all
Newcastle aren't. They're not that good. Do you want one quick roughie? I want to give you a roughie. Broncos 13 plus at Seabus.
Well, that's the point because Scotty was looking at the odds before and he wanted to run through them with you.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was a little bit harsh actually on the odds. You know, the Titans could barely score a try against the Warriors on the weekend, and the Broncos, you know, they played for 50 minutes, but they looked pretty good when they did play and scored 16 points. So I think they were paying $2.75. I thought that was a little bit harsh. What's your thoughts on that one?
I agree, and I really do agree. I think that Brisbane, they're going down on the team bus tomorrow. They're staying down on the coast. It could be trouble, but anyway, that's what they're doing. Right before. And look, Asiata, all week, the Broncos have been saying Asiata's not going to play. They said it's a work. But he just keeps on turning up and training. He wants to play. He's told them they're right. If not, it'll be Corey Pakes. They need to take a utility in Corey Pakes there. Oates is still out of favour, very much so. But my understanding is that Asiata's a big chance of playing. And I think that they can win this. I really genuinely think they can win this. You've still got the drama that Ash Taylor's your number 6 now. Love Ash Taylor as a bloke, but he was busted last week. They do bring Philip Sammy into the centres. I understand that they're going to play Peachy off the bench. They're going to start Peachy, put Tino to the front row. That might make some difference. But Broncos for me, 13 plus. I reckon get on that. Take a big hit of that.
13 plus $8. $13.
Do you know if Brian Kelly's playing or not, or is he injured?
Brian Kelly's injured, broken hand, out for 3 weeks. Philip Sammy's in. So
you got a state of origin representative sliding straight in there.
Should be entertaining regardless of the result, I think.
Yeah, sell out crowd. The ferals the natives will get restless out of the Zebra.
Hey, they haven't had a sellout. Triple M, aren't you?
Yeah, we'll be calling that Gordy, the polar bear, and Adam Jackson, 9 News.
Yeah. Hey, you're getting more fan mail than anyone else, by the way, which is concerning, so I'm going to wrap you up. Hey, Dobbo, appreciate your time, brother. Thanks for being with us.
Hey, guys, look, I just love it. I was on for 1 week, and I've been given a re-ride. Let's hope I get another one next week, you know? Have a good week, guys.
Cheers, Dobbo.
See you,
mate. Oh, he's a good man. He actually knows what the fuck he's talking about too, which is handy.
Yeah, I feel like he brings a lot of legitimacy to
we speculate. We think Brian Kelly's injured, but fuck, he might have retired. He might be playing rugby. We don't know, but now we know he's actually out this week for sure. We got a little bit to go. I need to get into your boys' locks of the week. Let's take a break and do that straight after this. we ran through mine before and Dobbo ripped it apart, so maybe don't jump on it. By the way, we always put our locks and fully cooked punts on Cook Punts FC on Facebook, on Instagram as well. So if for whatever reason you want to throw your money away and make sure your kids can't go to university, excuse me, fuck, then make sure you jump on them. What have I got to load up first? Becca, your lock is here. Let's
My
go.
lock is not so locky this week.
Look at that putrid.
Jerome Hughes, he goes all right. He scores tries. That's why I picked. We didn't score last week. I did have him in my multi. And I've gone back to Kurt Mann.
And even though if Kurt Mann's going to play, he did his MCL.
Isn't Kurt Mann out for like 5 weeks?
Hang on. So he's been named by Newcastle.
What do you reckon, Scotty? Is this a void?
I know a thing or two about void and your void.
That serves a void.
Kurt Mann is a game day decision. He has bone bruising on his knee. So if you think he's stepping and leaving and scoring, and that's your lock, fuck.
Yeah,
can't wait to see it.
Yeah, the Roughies something else too. Obviously, the Don goes without saying. Did he score last week? I don't think he did.
No, he didn't.
No,
he scored one try.
That's unlike him, so he's obviously due. Kick out against a pretty weak opponent. It's probably, I wouldn't be surprised if he grabbed a couple. Holmes, I'm believing what Dobbo was saying about the Cowboys. Absolutely, hey, 2 or more.
No, I'm just sorry.
Absolutely smashing St. George. I think that they've been called out a bit, and they're going to come out pretty strong. And Holmes, everyone knows how many tries he scored.
Becca, I want to pause you. Sorry, bro. Jack Whiten's there. I see that.
He's the anchor.
I would assume for most people, a lock of the week are odds anywhere, let's say between, 2 to 1 to maybe, let's say 60 to 1. This fuckhead, 1,288 40 to 1. That's a roughie,
I cannot wait
bro.
to see your roughie.
I like his roughie.
It's reflected well enough in my roughie, so.
Oh, for God's sakes. All right, Matt, let's have a look at your lock. It's real fuzzy.
Yeah, look. See, that's a lock. See,
I took a leaf out of Scotty's book out of last week and tried to play a little bit conservative because I wouldn't mind logging a win for the season, I guess. I feel like I'm going to be doing that all season, until he starts performing. So Sivo, because
just to recap real quick, we love Micah Sivo, but last season we told the story last week. We had 5K up for grabs from a $10 bet. Sivo was the last leg to score against Manly. He'd scored his last 8 games. $5 bet, fuck. And Sivo had a chance to score, 30 seconds to go, and Brad Parker, Hank Scorpio, fringe first grader, probably a lovely fella, stopped him in his track and injured him. So Micah Sivo, wonderful player, probably a terrific guy, but I will never bet on him again. Please keep going.
Yeah, so unfortunately, I've bet on him again. Hopefully he comes through this week. I think he's overdue.
Back to the Sivo well.
Yeah. Xavier Coates obviously played exceptional on the weekend on the wing. Even David Mead played pretty well, but I feel like he was the way to attack with. So Xavier Coates made an appearance. Penrith Panthers, man, this should be the Bulldogs made Newcastle look good, so surely Penrith will just send a reserve grade out or something and still polish him up. And Brett Morris, mate, freak, absolute freak. Sydney Roosters.
That's a lock. That's a lock.
Again, took a leaf out of the void, Nickel John, and played a little bit conservative this week.
Sivo scores, I reckon that thing's on. I'll jump on it for at least $1 tonight and get $11 back. Scotty's lock. You want to talk us through it, bro?
Ooh, I like that.
I actually can't see it. It hasn't come up, so that's a little bit rough on me. Hold on, let me go.
This is where you living in Brisbane now? You Indra poo-poo pilly internet. Sucks.
I am.
You want me to read it to you, Scotty?
Yeah, do you want us to read it out for you and you can tell us why you did it? Go on, man.
Give me the crib notes, mate. Give me the short.
Righto. So your first one, you got Melbourne Storm head-to-head paying $2.49. Josh Adokar, anytime try scorer.
I got her up. So I'm all good.
Roger, you take it from here.
Yeah, so I figured Adokar, similar to your thoughts, Matt. Similar to Becca's thoughts. He's not going to go 2 weeks without a try.
Nah, surely not.
So we'll chuck some money on old Adokar. Down to Newcastle Knights, Bradman Best, playing the Warriors. The Warriors.
He's 50-50 as well. He might void. He's 50-50.
Surely
I'll
not.
take a void, mate. We'll still cash in the rest. I can.
That's why you get the odds right up there in case there's a void.
the
It
void.
doesn't affect your money that too much. Why mine is
But
like
I thought the Warriors and Titans looked terrible last week, like they couldn't score against my NAM. So I think they're going to bag some up on the weekend. I thought we needed something a little bit different than just NRL, so I chucked in a Reds to beat the Force at $1.20, which I think is pretty much of a lock. And then considering my absolute rat shit run when it comes to MMA, I thought I'd chuck in Kevin Holland KO against Derek Brunson. He's on a fight with Tree.
beast.
Probably the fighter of the year last year.
Flashback.
If you're just turning this on,
expert.
this is our MMA expert, the only dude that knows anything about fighting here, and this is his bet from the weekend. 3 voided fights. One dude couldn't be bothered turning up. The other got injured. The other got an eye poke. I made that up. And the dude that he said was a definite lock at $2.08 got knocked out in the first 8 seconds. Roughly.
Yeah, look, not this time, boys. I'm going to come back from the depths.
I believe him, man.
No,
Very convincing.
We'll find out. That's my lock of the week, boys.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to take one last break. We'll get into our fully cooked. So if you thought some of those are rough, I mean, the next round. By the way, as I said, we'll get all these on Facebook and Instagram. You can jump on. You can lose money with us. We're all in this together, right? But if you thought those are bad, some of the bets we have to round out, particularly from one individual here who I tried to preview the bet on the screen before. You can't because the thing is that, is that fuzzy because there's so many names on there. Anyway, we'll get to it after this. All right, fully cooked. The bets that you should absolutely stay away from. Our locks of the week, worth a couple of dollars here and there. If you can afford it, go for your life. If you can't do it, and don't tell your wife. But our fully cooked punts, do not jump on unless you have that money to throw away. You definitely don't need it because they will win once every decade potentially. I'm going to launch with my fully cooked that is paying 230 to 1, and I have literally picked all 5 people that scored tries this first round of the Telstra Premiership, including a front rower, Cameron Munster and Puppy, to get the job done against the Parramatta Eels. Munster scored the first try. I hope he does the same thing again. Puppy, I had him.
What a salesman.
Oh, wow. I did not have him first try scorer of that game. I had Odo Carr first try scorer of that game, so I cried a little bit within the first minute.
Oh, yours said, anyway.
He was 17 to 1. By the way, Munster 17 to 1 to score the first try this weekend. Same game in Newcastle Warriors. By the way, I don't know how that game's going to go because I think the Warriors might be better than we think they are. Daniel Saifiti is now the captain of the Newcastle Knights. Daniel Saifiti is now, alongside Josh Papali, as the best front rower in the game, I think. He'll score again. He'll just fall over the line. Stafford Toa, I don't know. He's got a great name. And Xavier Coates, we were comparing him to a young Israel Flower before. He scored a really good try for the Broncos on the weekend. 5 try scorers, 230 to 1. The most unrealistic of the 5 is obviously Daniel Saifiti, but he also scored a double last week. So, I mean,
crazy things have happened. You've got 3 voids on one card, so...
I'm going to save the worst punt for last. So, Matt, you want to jump in next? This is your fully cooked.
Yeah, see, I only thought it was fully cooked because it's like ridiculous legs. Obviously, that's self-explanatory. Steve-O again, he's probably going to cook it for me in the first freaking game. Ado Carr, long overdue. Bradman Best, I'm just on him at the moment, Anthony Don. I can't, man. Anthony's on. Xavier Coates. We got a scroll thing. I got Steve Crichton from the Panthers to get up, and Sydney to smash.
What's that paying?
Tigers. 155.
Yeah, 155 to 1. That's shit money for all those legs.
Yeah.
I put $1 on it because I love you. I put $1 on it because I love you, but that one stinks.
Fair call. Put $1.50, man. Come on.
You put $1.
155. I can't really see it.
Huh? I think Abby's watching.
So. This week, mate.
$1. Scott, fully cooked. Talk us through it.
Yeah, so I just wanted to chuck a little old stiff up you into Becca's Kenny Bromwich.
That's right. He had Kenny Bromwich in his lock last week.
In his lock, so I said, you know what, we're going to chuck it in our roughie, and I swear to God, I hope he gets up just to...
He scores for you.
If he scores for me, baby, I'll be so happy. So we got Melbourne Storm, Kenny Bromwich to score. I've gone pretty much all the teams that I think...
You fucking will too. So you fucking will. Load up on that, everyone.
You will.
He'll get a hat-trick.
Brazil, he's a pretty high-scoring forward, being in his first season. I think he's going to get a try in the first few games of the year. Broncos, as we were speaking about before, I think they're severely underrated. I think they come out and win, and I think David Mead will bag one as well. And then I didn't go as crazy as that. He made a few line breaks. I thought he played really well. He was unlucky not to go over, so I think he'll go up a bit better against these Titans boys. And then, Holmes in the corner. I think Cowboys have a good shot of winning. And, that's
I like that comment,
350 to 1.
So Dengi says Bronx 13 plus, Xavier Coates anytime, Jesse Bromwich anytime in his 250th game.
It's not bad, actually.
Paying 105 to 1.
Yeah, look, I'll probably get on that, eh?
Yeah, I think I won't get on any of yours, but I like Nathan's a lot.
Yeah, Becca. Sorry, Dust. Cut one.
What is this, dude?
It's not as cooked as it looks. The first 7 legs are all
it's
from
pain.
the game.
It's cooked.
I was going to get it on my phone because I can't actually read the font that small on my computer. So anytime you've got Pappy, you've got Addo Carr. I don't need to explain that again. I've got the Storm to win with a 5.5 point handicap. The Storm to be up 9+ at halftime. I'm tipping a really strong start from the Storm, as we've seen them do it so many times.
Fucking looks it, doesn't it?
Storm to red hot. Storm to. Well, if I could pick Storm to score first before 7.59 minutes, I would, but I've just gone to try before 7.59 minutes. Storm to be the first team to 20 points, and then we're on to the Panthers game.
Panthers, I hope they lose just to blow this multi.
Are you still talking, dude?
I hope your last leg just cooks out, eh?
The big one there, I think, I've got Panthers with a minus 23.5 point handicap as well. I think I'll do it. I think I'll do them 30 plus easily.
I can't believe you're justifying every leg here.
They're all going to score. And then the Roosters 13 plus. Johnston 2 or more, and Cody Walker as well.
I kind of like the Panthers negative 23.5. Is that paying 31, or am my eyes?
No, that's everything coming together.
About $1.80 or $2.
So
what am I reading?
The way that this it's because the odds, when they all come together, that's the word, cumulative. There's the smart
each game's got each same game multi-price there. So the 7-leg Storm same gamer is paying $19.36 for the whole same game. And so on for the Panthers. And
pure trash.
The way that this works is that
$5 on it. Buy a house.
You think I'm putting $5 on that?
Tom Brady, baby.
I've got $5.
Toss me that house, Daddy.
The way that this works every week, unless someone's being a coward behind the scenes, is that once these bets are up, we will always jump on everybody's. Yeah, Matt's a fuckhead. He always... Lastminute.com will actually win for a change. We always jump on each other's bets, and then he'll scream poor and want 50 of the dollars that we won because he didn't jump on it because he's a cat. But we'll always jump on everyone's locks, everyone's roughies, and we've been jumping on the ones you guys are sending through too. So I tried to jump on Becca's before the show. I was 25 minutes in. I was halfway through adding all the legs, so I'm going to have to finish it after this thing. But Jesus Christ.
He told me he wasn't going to do it, and I got really upset.
Yeah, he cried.
I said there's no multi too long for me, for you.
A couple here that are sent in by people that either listen to the show or watch the show, or I don't know how you get it inside you. However you do, we enjoy that. Hope you do as well. This is from Harley. Harley put this on today against the Jazz, Celtics Jazz. And I don't know what the leg that was missing was because Harley doesn't know how to take a screenshot. But that's what you get, Harley, you coward, for putting $2 on something that's paying 20 to 1. He's crying poor.
Betting on basketball.
You lost $40 and you bet on basketball. We don't know shit. Good try, Harley. Michael, great start to this one this weekend. Para Fergo, upset, but is that Bankwest? We don't know. Corey Thompson score. Kick out. What the fuck? Tigers.
No, get out of my face.
That's bold, eh?
That's not bold. It's stupid. You're better than that, Michael. Now, I want to say sorry really quickly because last week I've been speaking to this guy and I can't reveal his, what's the thing when you tell people their name?
Identity.
Thank you. I can't reveal his identity because I think he might lose girlfriends, friends, jobs, whatever, if he tells me everything that's going on. But he has given me 2 tips for horses, which none of us know anything about. 2 tips for horses ever, and they were the last 2 weekends. They both won, and they were both paying good money. Last weekend it was Crone. Crone was 17 to 1, shortened to 5 to 1. By Saturday, I got on it at 17 to 1. We had a little victory lap. I forgot to put Crone into our show last week. I did text the boys; they didn't jump on it. That's on them. But for the 1.5 people that watch this, here we go. You would have jumped on it.
Boys. Boys.
Hey, do you want this week's horse or I'll just go?
Yes, please. I need a win.
Please.
Jonker. Saturday.
Rose
Hill, race 8, each way bet, 34 to 1 to win the whole damn thing, $8.50 to place.
I don't in my fully cooked multi.
Just watch the show back, you peanut. I'll put it on our Facebook page too. But Jonker, what is that again? Rose Hill race 8. That's on Saturday. So he's 2 for 2, this tip man. So I assume he's probably going to lose us a lot of money this weekend. He doesn't want to be referred to as his real name. So he has asked us to call him the Gimp, which probably could have come up with better nicknames. But the Gimp
sounds good.
This is a vicious rumor that's been sent through for someone that watches the show. I don't know who that is, but maybe that is the person that's the Gimp. I don't want to do anything. Warren's a fan of the Gimp, but if you believe in the Gimp like we do, we're big. Hey, we're big Gimp guys here at Cook Punts. We love gimping. Get on Jonker. 34 to 1. That's your 1 horse tip for the week. Oh, here we go. Stuart knows his shit. Good horse. One last jump. Put you outside.
Mate. You got to trust Stewie.
Hey, the Gimp is never wrong, boys. Pleasure. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being with us. We punched this whole stupid thing out in less than 40 minutes. The whole catch-up you can get on YouTube, on Facebook. Yeah, fucking up the Gimp. Let's go, Willow.
Up the Gimp. Up the cuck. Up the
Punts
cuck.
FC. Do us a favour. We'd love this thing to grow. So if you could share the page, say good day, say, hey, this is the least shit thing I watched on the internet in the last 4 hours. Outstanding. Even if it wasn't, if you could live for us, we appreciate it. From myself, from Becca, from Matt, from Scott, happy punting. Hope we don't lose. Hope we have a W. All the bets will be on our Facebook and Instagram pages over the next couple of days. Have a good one. We'll see you next week.